while others look to avoid it. 12 players, 3 matches with everything on the line, and it all starts inside the Triple S right now. That one out to create our second Tittleman's Crest. We will have the 2 best words in Jenga. A hanging tower just 5 blocks in.
You're definitely the most professional Jenga announcer I've ever heard.
Right. And that's the Jenga!
Oh,
that's a Jenga! 29 blocks in the books! And that's it! Modi Moshe Jenga! Stream Stadium in New York City. Welcome to another edition of Stool Streams presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer. He's Jeff Delow. I'm Jake Marsh. Another weekend in the books, which means Monday afternoon. Jeff Delow, the War of 54. It is time to run it back.
It is. We have some great matchups, some history, like you said, potentially being made today, good and bad, which always seems to be the case. Seems like some people can make great history and bad history. We have some very popular returning players. And Tommy Smokes. So it's going to be, that's not a dig at Tommy. I just don't know if he's considered popular or a villain. He'll do his little finger thing. I'm sure we'll see it in, the next few seconds. There it is right there. So yeah, a lot of exciting matchups. Some veterans, some rookies. We know what to look for with the rookies. Will they break the rules? Jenga, every week there's something new. And I expect nothing different today.
No doubt about it. From top to bottom, here's the lineup of our matches today. You see the first 4 down on the turf right now. Pat making his debut with Tommy Smokes, and they'll face off against Robbie and Kayce. Then we'll see Nate and Billy off a winning streak against Liz and Rhea. And then we'll end things with $20 Chef and Vibs and Feidelberg and Big Ev. So a couple of teams trying to keep winning streaks while others trying to start a new one.
Yeah, some new ones as well. Kayce and Fights broken up. Fights we playing along with Big Ev. Big Ev, an electric player. We know that with his competition with Glenny, people bummed out that they got separated, but when you lose, that's just what happens. Vibs and Chef, the last time they played, Chef violated the rules in the first block of the game, creating one of the most insane towers we've ever seen. Vibs has been a pretty successful player here as well. Vibs has had to deal with a violation, having to pull a block off a violation twice now, so maybe he'll actually have a clean game here for once. And, of course, Pat, the rookie, will he make a big mistake today? Because the rookies have been susceptible to do that. How focused will he be? That's, I think, the biggest key of the first match.
No doubt about it. And we're going to send it down the stream with PFT Commenter, the third member of our crew. He's alongside the lone rookie today in Pat.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Let's first of all take a quick check-in at the weather down on the floor in Stool Stream Stadium. According to the thermometer, it is, again, it's 69.5 degrees today down here, so it's a little hotter than usual than it is. We'll see how that impacts the turf, how that impacts the blocks. I'm standing here next to the only rookie playing today. This is Pat. Pat, do you have any pregame jitters?
I'm nervous. Jay called me last night for my pregame interview, and I didn't realize how involved this was. Me and Tommy had a little powwow ahead of time to make sure I don't break any of the rules. So my biggest thing is keeping my non-dominant hand in my pocket and not touching that block after I get it out.
Yeah, that's definitely a very smart idea. Tommy has been known as the horniest player here at Stool Stream Stadium, ejaculating at minimum once every broadcast. Is that going to be something that you look at as, hey, that's pretty cool, I got Tommy coming all over the place on my team, or is that going to be a negative for you?
We're going to try not to make Tommy come.
Okay, good luck. The Tommy Smokes Try Not to Come Challenge. That's what they're calling it today. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thanks so much, PFT and Pat. And Pat did mention the rules. Let's take a deeper dive at the rules of Jenga. This is our 11th broadcast. If this is your first, no worries. Here's what we've got. 2-on-2, but that second bullet, Jeff, one hand at a time is crucial.
Yeah, you can switch hands. As long as you don't have 2 on it at once, you can switch hands. However, if you do place 2 hands on a block at the same time, that is a violation, and the violation is huge because both penalties for doing it are incredibly severe. You wouldn't think the first violation is that severe, but it is. And if you touch a block with 2 hands at the same time, your teammate, so you're really screwing your teammate over, must pull the next block, the first block they touch. They have no ability to search around for the tower, find a soft or easy pull. It's really altered many games. And the second violation, you have the potential of being disqualified if the other team will accept it. We've seen some teams say they will not accept the DQ, but I think most would.
Yeah.
I think when push comes to shove, most would take the win. So bottom line, do not touch it with two hands. And it doesn't matter how many times you say it. The rookies seem to do it almost every single time because you just don't think about it in the moment. But no one's trying to cheat. Keep that in mind for those at home. No one's trying, but sometimes, unfortunately, it happens, and the violation, it hurts. It's not very good.
Absolutely. So we'll see if that comes into play today. And whatever platform you're watching on, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, whatever it may be, make sure to smash that like and share button. Get as many people watching these high-quality Jenga matches as possible. All right, it is time to officially begin match one. Let's dive in to our quartet of competitors. It is Pat and Tommy against Robbie and Kayce.
Yeah, it's again a couple veterans here. Pat being the rookie, Tommy on the sidelines just licking his lips, ready to go. He's fired up. Pat has a big advantage here. The tallest guy, one of the tallest competitors we've ever had in here. I'm trying to think of if he would be the tallest. He's got to be pretty darn close. So he has that reach, that ability, but no real short players here in this match. So height should not be an issue when that tower gets up high there.
All right, it is time to begin. So the order for reminders, it's going to be Pat, Robbie, Tommy, and then Kayce. Pat,
first.
Robbie, Tommy, and Kayce, of course, alternate order. Questions 1 and 2 on the Play Barstool app are at stake here. And Jeff, we forgot to mention, this is tied for the largest progressive jackpot ever. $1,500 on the line. The last time we had this, we had one solo winner take it home.
Yeah, it's a big deal, and like you said, $1,500 went to one person. So if you're watching at home and you're like, well, it might get split today, it very well may not. You could be the lone winner. It's happened already when we had it before. Maybe it gets rolled over to Thursday. I don't want to look too far ahead, but keep in mind you could win that money, and you could also win the $50 Barstool gift card as well if you go 0 for 6.
No doubt about it. We'll pick one person at random for that. But for now, let's start off our opening match, questions 1 and 2, and we'll start things off with the rookie, the 31-year-old from Franklin, Massachusetts, in Pat.
I'm 31.
That's what you
All
said.
right, here I am, yes.
He just doesn't like hearing it out loud.
I don't like hearing it out loud. I can pick any block, right?
It's always funny when the competitors are
Yeah,
blindsided by the bio information they hand to me during the interview.
I'm like,
They're
how are
allowed
my
to
hands?
lie.
Hey, we got this.
Are
We
my
got
hands
this. You got a
steady?
great coach
My
in me.
hands
You
are
got a
kinda
great
sweaty
coach.
today.
If I touch it, I don't have to choose it, right? I can just like
No, you
poke it a
can
little.
see. Yeah, test the steadiness,
Yeah.
the weakness.
You
Don't
see
force
Tommy
anything.
Smokes trying to coach his teammate. He
Perfect.
said that's very important.
this
He
one?
wants to lead Pat to the right direction
Right?
because
Yeah, right there.
Tommy has plenty of experience picking up his first
Oh,
win
that's so easy.
last week. 1 and
That's
3
so
though.
easy.
So
This game
Pat
is over.
definitely going to
I'm in now.
We all seem to be
Yeah,
having a good
Tommy,
laugh.
will overconfidence hurt him today? That is the big question. He has that win. He had a crazy celebration last time. Tommy wearing what looks like to be zoot suit pants today.
with his left shoe completely untied.
Okay, here's the thing with my shoe.
He noted the other day he needed new shoes. He still has not got
I
them.
do want to tie my shoe, but I walked through the city like this. I feel like I accumulated a lot of germs, some homeless man pee on the sidewalk, so I don't want to tie them and get my hands dirty. I have to tie them in the bathroom so I can immediately wash them after.
I'll tie him for you, Tom, if you want.
That
Yeah,
sounds
that
like
would be fine.
Do you mind?
The new Larry Craig move is tying your shoes in the back.
This is
great
team. This
teamwork.
is
This is
teamwork.
great
TFT
teamwork.
looking good back there as well.
Yes, of course, Mr. Commenter.
What's happening?
Looks like
This
he's
is
going to sell
it's called
someone a
chemistry.
Mitsubishi
Pat's
Lancer.
chemistry.
Look at that.
Now,
Loop
Tommy's
swoop and pull
going with
from
the,
Pat.
is a double
Maybe a
loop.
rookie on the
yeah,
Jenga
that's a
tower.
double loop.
but-
Yep, there we go.
Tommy's executed the double loop. Pat
turn again?
executed
Oh,
the double
yeah.
loop for him. The bunny chases
We're speedy
the
here.
squirrel around the tree stump
We
and then
played
goes in
our
the
own
hole.
pace.
It's a classic, tried and true. Might be tied a little bit too tight.
I take this one.
That's something I always think about when I tie my shoes. If somebody else ties them for me, they just don't feel the same.
All right, thank you, Mr. Commenter. And here's Pat
That's a
creating
great fucking
our
start.
Thank you,
first
Tom.
hanger of the match. If you're
Yeah.
new to Jenga, a hanger is a row with just one block holding up.
You got to fix it on
That
time.
is multiple rows.
them
Basically,
tough,
the
make them
entire
tough.
middle half, top middle half of the tower.
Yep.
That doesn't make any sense. The top half of the tower
All right,
is
Robbie.
hanging right now.
Yep.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
he's just
Look
he's
at
a
Robbie
savant.
Fox.
He's a fucking
No,
savant.
six
One of the
block of the game,
quickest
incredible
moves of the
palm.
match.
Sixth
Robbie
block of the
0-2
game.
so far, but he has never pulled the losing block, and he said it might just be God, fate, the reason he has not picked up a win just yet.
I'm just
punch a
now.
player?
Yeah, he's a quick player too,
Well, what does
and
it
that's the thing.
mean for
Like he
Robbie
has the
playing good?
efficient, quick skill that I think we don't see many people go with here.
I think
So you
you'd
think
have to
sometimes the
pick the
unique
first block
skill
and
set
pull
would
some
stand out, like Billy Football, for example, a unique player, and that's what gives him wins. But Bob Fox is kind of on the unlucky losing end. We'll have that as well later with
eye
Rhea
on
as
that,
well.
Casey.
Sometimes players are just
Had your
unlucky.
eye
No
on
doubt
it.
about
It's already
it. Jeff,
loose.
the numbers
Already
are in
loose.
from the Play Barstool app. We had more than 16,000 submit. Pretty even top to
Wow,
bottom, but
very.
it was Tommy Smokes, the most popular pick to pull the losing block at 27%.
Less than usual.
Kayce at 26%. Robbie Robbie and Kayce, only 34 people with a difference. 4,354 for Kayce, 4,320 for Robbie. Then Pat, actually the rookie being the favorite. You don't see that often, just 22% of the field.
People like the height. That's the closest I've ever seen the numbers. 26% the higher, 27 if you round up.
Right.
Do the old math roundup. Yeah,
All
but
right,
about
Robbie.
It's like
that's
you feel
pretty
your
crazy.
whole body
actually.
go.
And then question
Yeah. Pull it
2,
out.
36
It's a
to
loose tower
38
early.
was the most popular pick at
That's an
36%.
LT.
The long shot 42 plus
There it
2%.
is,
Now,
Rob.
Jeff, how about your keys
Oh.
to the match presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer?
Well, keys to the match, we kind of talked about it going
Already
into it.
wobbled.
That's
Don't
a
get too
wobbly
cocky
bitch.
if you're
That was a
Tommy.
wobble.
Tommy already a little bit cocky, talking about his pants, talking about how good he was last week.
Take your time, Tom. Take your time.
And
Focus. Focus. Don't
Pat
listen to
already aware of the moan, and that's the big thing. You have to know Tommy is going to moan at some point, and if you do, it's not quite as shocking and jarring. And I really think Kayce, Robbie, maybe a couple drinks in
that.
there.
Great pull.
Take some edge
Tom.
off. Robbie Fox, not a known prolific drinker. Kayce is, though. Loves the High Noon. Maybe
She
take
actually
some
drinks
edge off,
very
get Robbie that
early.
win.
Alcohol.
No better way to do it than a
Many
High
people have
Noon
said
Hard
drink
Seltzer.
problem.
Just 100 calories, gluten-free, no added sugar.
Delicious.
Here-
Real vodka, real juice for real fans, just like us. Hashtag Nooners. PFT.
One thing I'm picking up on down here, I had a chance to talk to Kayce before the game started today. She just got her nails done, so it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. The fingernails
Yeah, make 'em kiss
are
over here,
very,
Kayce.
very long. Might be an
Yeah, that's-
advantage, give her a little bit of length. This is a classic length versus strength
Is that
argument
touching?
today. We'll
That's
see which
good.
one wins out.
Thank you so much, PFT. So Kayce new nails, and Tommy did get a flu shot rocking a red Dwayne Reed
did.
band.
Are we going here, Tom?
He did, yeah.
Wherever you think,
He
wherever
could be
you
in
think.
pain.
It's a loose
He's
tower, let's
grabbing
be
his
careful.
left
You don't want to go low. You don't wanna
shoulder.
go low.
Yep.
arm
Keys
area.
to rip it out really fast.
Maybe
Fast
I
as you
want to
can.
go.
She's not being serious. She's not being serious.
See Tommy. A lot of talking out of him
Ooh,
for a
this
1-3 record. He got that one win, and now it's acting
Did I just
like
touch this
he's
one?
3-1
What's-
and not
what's my
1-3.
average blocks
Really
per game?
loosened up a little bit.
Yeah, he always touts his average blocks per game. He lasts very long
I
in
can't
games.
touch like this.
If Tommy's there, you know it's going to be a great contest. He's
Say,
he's a
good
part of,
question
I
for
would
the
say,
fighter.
he was involved like a Trent, Rhea, Robbie, of unlucky players for a while. But now, again, he has that win. There's a different swagger from Tommy Smokes.
Yeah, why is he being so cocky?
Because I'm a great player. The thing is, I've been paired up with some total stiffs who have pulled out the losing blocks
Not me,
for
though.
me.
Not me.
Not you. When I have a good teammate, and look, Pat, I'm taking him under my wing. He's a rookie, but
All right,
I've had some of the greatest moments in Jenga history.
Bob gets them so fast. He
I
just
know,
knows
because he-
exactly what he goes for, which
He
is really going
also
to come
like
back
that.
to bite
He
him when he
does.
eventually
He,
pulls the rock.
he's cupping the block.
Oh!
It's wobbly as shit.
Take your time,
It appears
Tommy.
a little
Take
wobbly,
your
but
time.
I'll tell you what, this is a better constructed tower than we've seen in many games in the past.
PF
I think the structural integrity is pretty solid right now.
You're actually down there. Can you get a?
Yeah.
I've been eyeing this
Take your
for a
time,
few
young
polls
king.
now. Can you get from that's a sweat stain underneath Tommy's left armpit? Do
Take
I
a look.
see that?
There's no way. I'm a really good at.
There's
not
a bit of a
sweating.
stain
Oh yeah,
there.
no, we're showing the beginnings here.
That's not a
of,
paint
little
stick.
bit of
I got a
body
flu
odor.
shot.
If he could
right
turn,
now.
Oh,
yeah.
some decency.
I got a flu shot.
Tommy is leaking. Tommy is confirmed leaking. Fortunately, this time it's from his arm and not from below the waist. So this is improvements for Tommy Smokes. I do like the pants though. They are the Jinkos of sweatpants.
They're big. Everyone's making fun of my outfit today. I don't care. I'm comfortable, and you got to be comfortable.
He got roasted pre-match by KFC. He said tight pants today, Tommy. Tommy said, "I think they're loose," and he said, "I know." That's what I was. That was the joke.
It's a good joke.
That did happen.
Yes, we're trying to get
It was
great
double
camera
zinger.
work. They're
You
trying to get a
didn't
look at
get
that.
it.
I think it's a sweat stain. Sweat stain, Jake. I think that would say nerves, not cockiness.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Look at Tommy right now. He looks locked in. It's tight
One
shot.
It
Four right
is
here?
as tight of a
even the one
shot
above
as
it,
we've
you
ever
yeah.
seen in stool streams.
Careful.
I mean,
What? You guys, what are you looking at? why is the camera on?
Close up of Tommy Smokes. But back to the tower, you see Pat using his 6'4"
All right, Bob.
length to his advantage.
Everybody likes
By
it.
far the tallest player on the floor right now.
Is he the tallest we ever had in stool streams? We had someone
He
very
and Billy are
freakishly
both
tall, right?
6'4".
Oh, Bob, please be careful.
Billy football coming up
big,
next.
big
There
T
we go.
is
Big
a
T,
tall man
yes.
as well. Yeah.
Made his rookie, had the time of his life last week in his first ever match, as
It's
PFT
a-
noted.
If the tower starts to go,
It's
you
weirdly,
can't
yeah.
settle it. With
Oh,
your
you can.
hand.
You can
you
with
can.
the same
You
hand.
can settle with your
Yeah.
hand.
Now this is
All right.
interesting.
Not
Look
at
at
the
the
same
middle of the
time.
tower,
That's
Jake.
one
because-
hand.
One hand. So if I put a block on here and it's going, I can apply pressure to keep
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
That's my go-to signature Tommy move.
We see the middle here. The middle of the tower, you have 2 blocks on one side, right there in the middle. It's now off screen, and then 2 blocks
your
above
time,
that
Tom.
as
Take your
well.
time.
It's very unbalanced in the middle.
Pat,
And
that's
so
a,
one
that's
of
a
those
very,
blocks moving the wrong way, this thing could fall real quick, and we're very early into this.
Yes,
That's a
18
very
blocks
good
right
idea,
now.
Pat.
Our shortest match is actually
is-
17,
Hey,
and it was
let's watch
committed
those
by a
feet.
player who
Let's
we'll
watch
see
those
next
feet.
in Rhea, so hopefully she gets redemption for her sake. She'll be going up against Nate, who will look to have the best record with the win. So a lot in the line there, but first, let's finish up this match, an even one so far, as Tommy Smokes taking one of the longer turns in our opener so far, going with that fourth row. You can see him locked in. His pupils just eyed in on the wood.
Pulling the last block is embarrassing. Doing it before 20 is super embarrassing. You don't want to do that.
Tommy gets it out.
Were people talking? I didn't even hear. I
That
was so
fourth row,
locked
by
in.
the way,
They
if
were
you're
trying
new,
to.
that is the tallest you can go.
Lions don't
Incomplete
concern
rows
themselves with the
do
opinions
count.
of sheep.
Kayce
Exactly.
finds one in our new fourth
And I
row.
am the
Kayce's
king
gonna
of the
ruin
jungle.
the whole thing.
We just
It's
heard
over.
That here. Pat
It's
had
over
a
for
great
Smith.
idea. His brain belies his inexperience
Oh, wow.
at Jenga. He suggested that when he takes block out, he could use it as leverage on the top if the tower were to start to fall. He's the first person that I've ever heard suggest that here in Stillstream Stadium. I vote we call that move the Pat. That'll be the Pat, invented by him.
Thank you, PFT. Kayce now going.
I mean, those aren't even close.
That
Those aren't
same
I mean,
side
I'm-
They should be
I'm-
by
DQ just for the
Skycam
disrespect to the
and
ref.
Spider,
It's the
our
middle's fault.
official.
It's the middle's fault. It's not me.
Will he get involved?
Whoa, whoa.
No, she
Blame game.
let
This?
Kayce
It's
finish it
Oh,
off.
look at this.
The middle's fault.
It's the middle's
That's
fault.
your block.
Jeff,
the
what do you
middle's
think
fault.
of this approved
Look how quick it got in.
retowering
This ref
situation?
does not seem very unbiased. I'll say that
We
right
have
now.
some space in between the two blocks.
Hey,
That's not-
Nothing new.
hey,
They hate, hey, Pat, they hate
I'm
greatness.
packing right now,
If
bro.
you're,
Apologies.
if you're the rookie,
Apologies.
you just gotta
Got a
do
little
what
ahead
the
of
ref
myself.
tells
Don't
you.
know
You
the
don't
rules.
have. I don't think Pat has the Jenga clout to be arguing with the ref right now.
That's a little.
Just have to keep on going.
Be careful here. Let's not try to be a hero here.
Be a hero.
Pat, be a fucking hero.
Hold
Very
like a
obvious
tablecloth.
move.
I can't do
We
this.
see There's a block just
Can I?
sticking all
Can
the
I?
way out
Yep.
right now.
Might
Indeed.
not be
Let's see if the
advisable, but-
rookie sniffs it out,
Perfect.
making his debut. We
Oh,
have
watch
12
out.
competitors today.
That's Bush League.
Pat
See how I did this with the block?
is the only
This is
rookie,
Bush
the
League.
UMass
Our
Amherst
coworker Aaron
graduate. I
invented
believe
that.
UMass Amherst just
I got no
announced they're
problem
bringing
with
back
shit talking.
football in
Just watch your
October.
feet in the box.
Good for them. That's big. We know the folks here like Tyler O'Day very happy.
Yep.
Speaking of
Robbie,
pants
Hey,
and short
yeah,
sizes.
More in?
Yeah, there was a psych out by Robbie mid poll there for Pat. Robbie
There
said,
you go.
"Give him the watch out." Didn't phase Pat, and it's a successful
All
pull
right,
and
Rob.
retower there.
All right, back to
Okay.
Robbie Fox now. Robbie has an ABM, average blocks per match, of 36 flat, which is around
that's a
even. We
bad
have some
choice.
guys and gals in the
Little
40s, some in the
Actually,
20s.
go for
So
that one.
Robbie
That's good.
probably on the 70 percentile of the ABM.
We do one of the lower finishers of all time. Granted, only one
Nice
match, but I
GP.
think $20
Nice.
chef
Yes.
at the
All right.
bottom of the
There you go, Robbie.
spectrum
There you go,
there.
Robbie.
Kind of like batting average, though. You need minimum matches
You
for
do,
it to really
yes.
qualify.
There you go, Robbie.
But Robbie's
great-
played in a couple, so
Some
we'll
great
count that.
chemistry going on down here on the floor.
That's
Kind of the
it.
odd
That's the
couple.
thing with the
Kayce and Robbie seem to be getting along real well. The yin and the yang of Jenga. They together they equal one perfectly averagely tanned person.
PFT, what is the Pantone on averagely tan? What do you
Averagely
predicting?
tan. I would say that that's a Jake.
Tea, my friend.
Perfectly Jake in terms of their complexion right
You
now.
look like you're posing
Fair
for
enough.
someone with like a
Take it.
stock
Right.
photo of backaches.
The geriatric
Yes, he-
magazine.
Yeah, noted on the sideline there, Robbie, Tommy is doing the backache move where he does put his left hand kind of at an arch position on his back, like an older gentleman would do in a Getty stock photo. Robbie did say that exactly correctly. And
Oh
my!
that is
he
the
pulled the
Tommy
Pat.
Smokes
He
move.
pulled a
It is
Pat.
legal.
Can he balance
Slow,
it out?
slow.
I don't
Shift
know
those
if it's going to
fingers.
stay up, Jake.
This could be a very short match.
This would be embarrassing.
It would be our third shortest, and Tommy Smokes pulls another losing block, and his record drops to 1-4. Jeff, by time, that may have been our quickest match ever. It wasn't by blocks, but that was about a 15-minute match.
And there was really nothing there that the shortest match ever. There was a twisted tower early on due to a violation. This was a normal game. And I was about to say,
it's not-
Jake,
I'm garbage.
that
I'm
we're in
garbage.
this
All right, we'll be
area
back.
of the
We'll be
game
back.
where the tower always looks dangerous. Between 20 and 28, it always looks dangerous. And if you get past 28, it typically stays for a while. But this time, the danger zone impacted a team, and it was Tommy and Pat. He lets down his rookie teammate with a very embarrassing 20-second block, last block pull. Tommy 1-4, like you said, Jake. Tough scenes.
22 blocks, our third shortest match ever. Tommy drops to 1-4, and he is down the stream with PFT commentary.
Listen, that's got to be heartbreaking. Tommy came into this match with all of the confidence in the world. He was talking that shit. He was just humming right off the bat. Some would say cocky. He was saying confident. Tommy, do you think maybe you overlooked these opponents?
Look, I got my flu shot 40 minutes before the match. I should. That was on me. I should have got it afterwards. I feel lightheaded.
Sweaty.
You get sick after you get the flu shot.
And you're sweaty.
Sweaty. My arm was hurting. So that's on me. Nobody else obviously taking the pandemic seriously enough to get their flu shot before the match. So sure, we lost the match, but I win health.
You very, very much lost the match today.
PFT, can you just check the sweat just to make double
Let's
check?
see.
No sweat there.
That
Look
was.
that up.
Can we confirm that there was nervous sweat?
Yeah, you
not
got some
sweat.
nervous sweat. Can I smell
Yeah,
it?
smell it. He's gonna lie and say it's sweat. So.
That's disgusting. It's disgusting,
sweat.
Jeff.
It's not sweat.
It's terrible, terrible sweat.
Whatever.
Awful smelling. Worse than normal. Tommy, go lay down for a while. Go cool
I
off.
should because I got
Yeah.
the flu shot.
Please
so.
do. Don't get anybody else here sick. We have, wow, we've got some really well-dressed competitors
Holy
walking into the
shit.
stadium. Back to you guys.
You're seeing a sneak peek of our next match. Billy Football and Nate riding a winning streak. But, Jeff, let's rewind a little bit. Tommy
wall
Smokes,
break,
final
sorry.
thoughts of our third shortest match ever, 22.
Tommy was too cocky. He walked in today with a swagger and a confidence we hadn't seen before. And I don't even know if that was necessary because his previous losses really weren't his fault. He played well. He comes in with swagger and cockiness, and he plays pretty terrible. He does fall to 1-4. The great win from last week washed off now. He has to deal with living for another week with the stink of the last block pull.
No doubt about it.
He was injured, though, and that
Yes.
must be noted. He did have the flu
Flu
shot.
shot, yes. It's important to be safe. Before we continue, another War of 54 and a chance to win the $1,500 Progressive Jackpot. Jeff, there is another contest ongoing in the
one.
Play Barstool app. Go ahead and download it. Jeff, the Pigskin Parlay. You go 11 for 11, you win 25 grand. Well, we have one player still alive. It is Scott Merrill, 21. If it's New Orleans, 31, Las Vegas, 17, he wins 25 grand. If not, he still already wins 1,000 because he's all by himself in the top slot.
We had a tough beat last week. Very tough beat. I like this score here tonight, but we had a weird – I don't know if it was a scoregami last week, but it was a weird score. 31-17, I do like that, but you're underselling the Raiders debuting on the Strip to
Fast
maybe
turf.
lackluster. Yeah, I don't know. But look, hey, knows better than me. I definitely didn't go perfect on Sunday, so good luck to Scott. That would be quite the victory. I mean, if you're not already researching for your picks next week, I don't know what you're doing.
Right.
It might be the biggest no-brainer in the store along with our sportsbook right now.
Picks for next week will be in soon. What is in right now are our Thursday broadcast, table tennis. Yours truly and our producer Hank will be participating, as well as PFT commenter. And next week we'll have some Jenga and cornhole for you as well. Jeff, an update. 581 players remaining for the Progressive Jackpot. Only 14%.
I thought we might get a little more than that, actually.
Picked the 0 to 31 range. So congrats to you that basically picked what we can call the under in this one, because whatever the over-under would have been, this was a very quick match. But now, time to move on to match